so proud. We've got a long way to go, but it's just thank you to everybody here at the stadium today.
Mehrdad, congratulations, Newcastle United, 6-1 winners, and they're really, really fighting for this title. You must be so impressed watching it.
Super impressed, amazing.
2 goals, 2 headers, just typical Charlotte Potter, isn't it?
But yeah, overall dominant performance, and we'll just celebrate that now.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Newcastle Fans TV. What a day in prospect for Newcastle United women's team. They are taking on Bradford City here at St James's Park, where they're hoping to get 30,000 people to see Becky Langley's side win today. This is going to be the match vlog, and we're going to take you through the day of watching Newcastle United women hopefully winning the game and hopefully winning the league by the end of the season. But here is the match vlog.
I've gone for coffee. Johnny's gone for tea and biscuit, everybody. The team news is out. Grace is in goal. Potsy and Freya Bales, as usual, the 2 centre-backs. Left back, you've got Kira Skelton. Right back, you've got Daisy Burt. Anna Soulsby, who's never played at St James's Park, will start on the right-hand side. Left-hand side, you've got Casey Elson. In the middle, you've got Beth Guy, and you've also got Rachel Lee. Georgia will be in the 10. And then up top, you've got Katie Barker. The substitutes, Hannah Reid, Erin Nelson, Becky Ferguson, Bianca Owens, and Cara Milne-Redhair. Meet James Bond's son, Adam P. Look at you, dressed like that, mate. Big occasions.
Dressed to impress. I've got to show my appreciation for the women's game. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a great game.
Johnny, obviously training at the minute. What the lass is going through, what's they thinking?
Just making sure they get the professional heads on. Massive game. 4 huge games, and it starts today with a different sort of test because, of course, it's at St James's Park. More eyes on them, which is fantastic to see. All they need to do is just keep it at 1 game at a time, get that first pass underway, get the first touch on the ball, get the first shot on target, and everything will come naturally. It should be a fantastic occasion.
What about nerves?
I don't think there'll be any nerves. I really don't. I think they're used to it now, which is a lovely thing to say. Let's just hopefully get a good start first 10-15 minutes in, and if they do that and continue all the way through the first half, there'll be no more nerves. This is what they're good at. This is natural to them. When you're good at something and it's natural to you, then normally it goes pretty well.
Downtown man, that's what I am. And when she knows what she wants from her time, and when she wakes up and makes up her mind, she'll see I'm not so tough just because I'm in love with an uptown girl. You know I've seen her in her uptown world. She's getting tired of her high-class toys and all the presents from her uptown boys. She's got a choice.
What's Matty scoffing? What's he scoffing?
Pasty guy.
Pasty. Is it a pasty?
Geez, no, you made nice and cool as well, lovely.
2 chances for Newcastle there, Johnny. We've had Anna Soulsby go close. We've had Casey go close. Matter of time before the first one guns in?
You hope so. Bradford obviously haven't really had much of the ball at all. Newcastle have started well on the ball. 2 chances, as I mentioned, Anna Soulsby having a shot that just went wide on the edge of the box, and Casey Elson with a shot as well. It just went wide. So it's a case that they're knocking on the door, but Durham are leading as well by a goal to 0. So it just shows the significance of this game.
Newcastle United scorer number 4, Beth Guy.
1-0, Johnny. It came. We said.
Yeah, we said it was coming. It was a corner. after a great move from Casey Elton, I must add, on the left-hand side, her shot was just saved by the Bradford goalkeeper. And, like, to be fair, Whelan couldn't have done much more with that one, but she had no chance with the header from Beth Guy from Georgia Gibson's cross, and Newcastle lead. And now will they get more?
Just for contractual reasons, we're not allowed to film match footage, just in case you're wondering at home. Just saying to Jonny before, now I have confidence Newcastle are going to score. And he was like, no, I'm a bit cautious. But now, Jonny, it's 2-0 and Potsy scored.
Yeah, another Gibson cross and another goal for Newcastle United, another corner. And Charlotte Potts, you heard her before it went in terms of she wanted that ball before anybody else. She's got the desire, she's got the passion, and she's got the goal now. It's Newcastle United 2, Bradford 0.
And because it's a vlog, we do this every week.
Oh, no.
Let's take a look at Jonny's notes. So that looks like a lineup, subs, and I think these are chances. Now pause the video and try and read that, everybody, and let me know if you can read that. Right, I got myself a cup at half time. Lasses are doing the business. I reckon there's more goals second half.
It's all about the vision for you and what's in store in the future. Are you happy with the way things are progressing so far?
So happy, so proud. We've got a long way to go, but it's just thank you to everybody here in the stadium today who's come to support us. It means a great deal to us, to Mehrdad, to Yasser. But we're so proud of the girls. They're just amazing. They've just done so well. It's really, still, as I said earlier, I just get goosebumps all the time.
Ladies and gents, please put your hands together for Amanda Staveley!
That's goal number 3 for Newcastle this afternoon. The scorer number 10 is Georgia Gibson.
What's interesting about that is Georgia scores, doesn't celebrate, get the ball, let's kick off, because Durham have gone 2-0 up, we're 3-0 up, so it's all about goal difference potentially at the end of the season. Newcastle have a penalty. Casey Elson was clearly fouled. Rachel Lee, the experienced head, has picked the ball up. It's hit the Gallagher. Referee's blue. It's 4-0 in Newcastle United.
That's goal number 5 for Newcastle this afternoon, and the scorer, once again, number 4, Beth Guy.
Two things. Durham have won today, so this league's going to go all the way, but obviously Newcastle have helped their goal difference. And secondly, over 24,000 are here. Absolutely incredible. Incredible numbers. Oh dear. Bradford have got a consolation back. 5-1. It's 6 for Newcastle. Potsy has scored a second. 6-1 with 5 minutes to go. It's a good afternoon for Newcastle, isn't it, Jonny?
It's a great afternoon. Look, the only obviously down point is the goal, but it's a great free kick. Who's this guy? You know what I mean? Like, I'm sick of him. I'm sick of him. No, 6-1. Look, it's been a comfortable afternoon for Newcastle. Great on the goal difference and a great header by Potsy. You know, if you have 11 Potseys on this team, we're winning the league. So 3 games to go, 3 wins. That's what they need.
So Newcastle have won 6-1. What a performance. But we're actually pitch side now at the minute, and Jonny is grabbing a few players and maybe one of the owners.
Mehrdad, congratulations, Newcastle United, 6-1 winners, and they're really, really fighting for this title. You must be so impressed watching it.
Super impressed, amazing. Great performance, 6-1 at St James's Park. Incredible. Bye,
Thank you.
guys.
Cheers, Mehrdad. Thank you. Beth, congratulations, 6-1 win at St James's Park, and just the 2 goals for you. How are you feeling after that?
Amazing, to be honest with you. The goal was 3 points, and we spoke about it before the game. We knew we needed goals today. If someone would have told me I would have got 2 before I started the game, I probably would have said absolutely not. But I'm just delighted for the 3 points and the goals that that we scored.
Georgia, you must be getting used to scoring goals at St James's Park. It just seems the perfect match, Georgia Gibson and St James's Park. Why is it just so special for you?
Yeah, I enjoy it. I mean, there's energy, the crowd's there, it's fantastic. All your family have kind of come out for it, and your friends and colleagues and things like that. And I just think the whole buzz of the day, we know it's not over. We know we've not kind of got there yet. We know we've got 3 away games, tough away games to come. But like we said, it's an opportunity and to play here, we've got to enjoy it.
Charlotte, congratulations. A fantastic win in front of 24,000 people and 2 goals as well. Does it get much better than that?
I'm just so proud of how collective we were as a team. Like, we just really dug deep and showed a real togetherness, and I think that feels amazing. You've got like a love for each other, and what more can you ask for? It shows when you get the results.
2 headers. Beth Guy with 2 headers.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Is that like your signature goal? Because I think for a lot of people been watching over the last few months, last couple of years now, I don't know if they'd call that a Beth Guy goal, but incredible in terms of what we needed at the time.
Yeah, to be fair, I think all the goals I've scored this year have been headers. They haven't been from open play, they've all been from set pieces and headers. So yeah, I think it goes in my favour. I think I've been the smallest on the pitch, or one of the smallest on the pitch. I don't really seem to be marked by the taller players. So yeah, just delighted for the girls and for the 3 points and the goals.
It was a dominant and a professional performance, and you can tell how professional it was, because every time you did score, let's get back on the halfway line and get another goal. Why was that the message beforehand?
Yeah, at half time it's something we spoke about. We need goals. We're not naive to the fact that we've got to get goals in the back of the net if we're going to kind of push on and win this league. So we said we've got to enjoy the moment. You have your 30 seconds, you celebrate, and you get the ball, and we get back and we go again.
The teamwork between every single one of those players just shows in an abundance. The determination, you can hear everybody, not just yourself, everybody on that pitch, because there's that attitude of going, we need to get the best out of ourselves. Can you feel that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was a real shame for the girls who were in this position last year for pushing for promotion and they didn't get it. And I think sometimes when you get knocked down so much, it gives you that hunger, that desire, but also the lessons to get back up and do it again properly. And you can see that motivation from the girls, but also how level-headed everyone is. We came into this atmosphere today and we weren't too high, we were calm, and that showed.
Yeah, the goals were a big thing, especially after the 3rd goal. It was a case of let's get the ball back on the halfway line. Was that spoke about at half-time or before the game in terms of catching Dom on the goal side of things, and then we'll take care of the 3 points after that?
Yeah, we knew that if we played our game, the goals would come. And we spoke about at half-time that we needed more goals and we need to push on, and we knew with the quality that we have, we could all do that. So it was just being patient and building, and we knew the goals would come eventually, yeah.
You had your 30 seconds in the second half at the Gallagher end. Describe that feeling when the ball hits the back of the net.
Oh, it's absolutely fantastic. The noise, the roar, knowing that your family are kind of there. You've got people who couldn't make it, they're watching, and you're going to go back to messages and things like that. And it's absolutely fantastic. I'm absolutely buzzing for Beth Guy. I thought she had a fantastic game, 2 great headers, Potty as well, and Shorty with a penalty.
I spoke with Georgia, because obviously Georgia's played a couple of times. Do you feel you can get used to these occasions of playing at St James's Park and playing in front of 20,000 plus fans? For yourself, you've played the 2nd time now at St James's Park this season. Do you get used to it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was a bit of a strange one last time, obviously, because of my injury, and I was solely focused on just making sure I managed that pain, and I didn't really think about the atmosphere too much, the noise, because I was just busy listening to my body. And today it was more the case of observing my teammates, how they managed their emotions, and to make sure I could help them if they were struggling, which my game is a bit of a leader, so that did help, the fact that I didn't have an injury. But yeah, as soon as I came to St James's, I was calm. It definitely helped the last time. That atmosphere from the last time when the final whistle blew and them emotions came out, I knew that like them emotions can impact you, so you can't really let them get in the way. And preparation is obviously key.
The partnership between you and Rachel Lee in the middle of the park, it just seems so impressive between the two of you. You seem to have fantastic understanding. What has Rachel brought in terms of that midfield to maybe get even more out of you, if you like?
I think Shorty just keeps everyone calm. We don't really need to speak to each other in a game. We kind of understand each other's roles really well, and she's helped me massively since coming here. I've learned things from her that I probably don't think I would learn from anyone else. Just the way she plays and how she plays, and she does the simple stuff excellent. She doesn't try and overcomplicate it. She knows how to win games, and I think that's the best thing about her, really. Yeah.
Everybody talks about the title race. How much is it talked about in there in terms between yourself and Durham, or is it just we just focus on what we do?
Yeah, I don't actually know how Durham have done. I haven't actually looked at that. It's one game at a time, so we'll enjoy tonight, we'll enjoy the moment. We'll regather, we'll go again Tuesday, and it's all about Leeds away.
2 goals, 2 headers. Just typical Charlotte Potter, isn't it?
Shame about the clean sheet though, isn't it?
I'm sure Becky will be speaking about that behind the scenes, but come on, give yourself a little bit of credit. 2 goals for yourself at St James's Park.
Well, I knew after we conceded I had to score to make up for that.
Yeah, but this must be a bit of a dream, though, to play and to score here. It must be amazing.
Absolutely, it's a dream come true. Every time I put this shirt on, it's a dream come true. I mean, I'm at home, I'm happy, and you know what it is, when you're happy, it shows.
3 games to go. It's effectively still in your own hands. 3 games, 3 wins. Unless something really, really strange happens, you're going to be getting promoted. Does it feel like it's getting closer and closer?
It does, yeah. I think with every game that we play, we are just taking one game at a time, and we know we aren't getting carried away. We know that we just have to focus on 3 points, and if we get 3 points, we'll get goals. You know, scoring goals in games gets you 3 points, so we just know we need to do that and take it game by game.
24,000 here finally. You galvanised the crowd, especially when you were taking corners as well. How much did it mean to play in such a big crowd? Because let's be honest, like Bradford, for example, won't have played in that sort of game and atmosphere in terms of so many fans as well. Are you used to it yet?
Yeah, I think so. I guess you can say we are. We've 3 games here now. We've proven that we can get over that 20,000 mark, which is absolutely phenomenal. The first game we expected maybe 10,000, and we've absolutely excelled that every time consistently as well, which is great. We've got to use the crowd to our advantage as well. We've got to use the noise and kind of get them going, and it kind of shows today that it helps.
You had your family and friends here as well today. How much does it mean to them to see you perform so well out on St James's Park?
I'll soon find out when we're in Shiraz. But yeah, I'm sure they'll be really happy for me.
There was 24,000 people watching this performance today, but I think there's probably one person that was looking down on you scoring the 2 goals today. Do you have to take it all in a little bit at the end?
You do, yeah. I think you have to digest it afterwards, and you have to kind of, you know, it doesn't sink in when you're on the pitch. It doesn't sink in that moment. It'll sink in probably tomorrow, probably. But yeah, it was brilliant, and I'm glad I've done it for her. Yeah.
So that was Jonny, obviously interviewing some of the players there. Enjoy that?
Yeah, it was really good. We've got Beth, Charlotte, Georgia, all on the score sheet. So yeah, they're all doing something right.
Yeah, all the goal scorers. Let's take a look at the league table. We are going to join Becky in the press conference in just a moment, but the league table, it's as you were, Jonny, but obviously Durham have only got, 1 game left now. We've got 3. It's as you were in terms of where the points are at, but it's 1 game less for each side. But more importantly, that goal difference Becky was talking about, it could come down to that, and we went on and got +5, where Durham have only got +2 today.
Goal difference matched, and now it's almost a case of win your games. If you win your last 3, the likelihood is you're going to be promoted, because the fact that Durham have only got that 1 game left, regardless of what the score is, unless it's a ridiculous scoreline, which potentially could happen, you don't know, football's a funny game. You'd like to think if Newcastle were to win even 1-0 every single game, it'll be enough. But the fact that they've got to play Bradford again, who they would have taken a lot of confidence of, the fact that they beat them by quite a lot of goals today, you would certainly think at this moment in time, I call it very much 50-50 because of the fact that Newcastle have got those 2 extra games, but then the goal difference side of things, Newcastle is certainly in favour of doing better than Durham. But it's all about points, of course.
We're being told that Becky's in the presser now, so let's jump in and let's see what she's got to say about today.
I think we've got to recognise these girls. You know, they are playing in front of 2,000 to 4,000 at a Kingston Park home game, but you know, when we play away fixtures, we're playing in front of a few hundred, and to play in front of over 20,000 people is, you know, is big pressure for the girls. It's something they're not used to other than the other 2 occasions. But yeah, I'm really proud of the way they've approached it, and yeah, credit to them. I think set pieces are so important, and we've got another 4 set piece goals today, which is brilliant, but that's something we work a lot on. We recognise that in our league that's an area we can really dominate, and we do a lot of work during the week on Friday evenings, especially on the set piece stuff, so we're absolutely delighted that they've come off, and yeah, brilliant headers from Charlotte Potts and Beth Guy. I think with regards to the goal difference, I think it was really important that we obviously kicked on and make sure it was a high scoring game, but we didn't want to ensure that the focus wasn't taken away from actually winning the game and gaining 3 points. So for the first half we just focused on, can we get a 2 to 3 goal cushion, and then from then on we'd start getting the ball back as quickly as we could to the centre circle and go from there. So brilliant, we've scored 6. I'm frustrated in the first half we didn't convert some more of those chances. I think we entered the final third about 17 times in the first half, which again, we'll have people doing the stats to ensure we're really fully informed in everything we're doing. So yeah, we're disappointed in the fact we've not kept a clean sheet, but yeah, overall dominant performance, and we'll just celebrate that now.
Right, everybody, that is it. So we'll just come out the door. You'll see us in shot in a moment. Hello, how are you doing? Jonny, what a day, what an event. And I just sent you off camera before a picture, which you've seen on the video as well. Loads and loads of youngsters wanting photos of Becky Langley, and that shows you how much the game has developed, not just in this region of Newcastle, but probably, you know, the Euro success with the women as well, how much the women's game's come on.
That's gone on leaps and bounds. We keep on saying this every time we come to St James's Park to watch Newcastle United, and look, today was a really comfortable victory in terms of what Newcastle United needed to do. However, the amount of people just waiting to get a little piece of one of the players, a little piece of the manager, and it's certainly not taken for granted. You know, Becky makes sure that every home game in particular, they go around the whole ground, doesn't matter if it's St James's Park, Kingston Park or Druid Park, they make that effort because they need to put on performances for this fan base because they are the best.
What was interesting about the performance as well, before we do wrap up, is that we obviously were delayed by 15 minutes, and I said to you that could be actually key to Newcastle, whether they need extra goals or not. And obviously Durham, we knew that Durham were leading, and then eventually Durham will go 2-0 up. But into that second half, we're seeing, especially the third and fourth goal in particular, the girls scored, don't celebrate, let's run back the halfway line, let's go again. And that could also be key towards the end of the season.
I think that the goal difference job's already done, if we're being honest, because even if Durham were to win, they'd have to win by about 4 goals to really go, well, you need to make sure you make up your goal difference again, because Newcastle have scored more goals than Durham. The level, is it level? No, it's not. 5 goals to 2. No, so they're bang on level with Durham. So in terms of the goal difference, but at the end of the day, and I think Becky's probably right to say this, it's down to points. It's not down to goals, but goals do help if it has to come down to that. So they've taken care of that today against Bradford. They do play Bradford again in away from home at Valley Parade, which Becky kind of confirmed to everybody. The club didn't, but Becky did. So that's
come out the horse's mouth, that one. We knew privately, but we couldn't say it out.
Yeah, so until Becky did what she did in the press conference, just to confirm, it will be at Valley Parade on the 30th of April, which is obviously quite a big an occasion. So if you're not here at St James's Park for Newcastle United versus Southampton, certainly go along to Bradford. It's not too far. It's an hour and a half to Bradford to go and watch the girls hopefully put on a show and hopefully come away with the 3 points, and then the girls will take care of themselves.
And you know, people are going to be sceptics out there. Women's football, you know what it is. I fell in love with women's football. I've brought you on board this season as well from the channel. It shows you how much this has developed, and you get a lot more personal feel towards the lasses in terms of a connection, a relationship with them, in terms of, oh, hiya Lee, or hiya Jonny, hiya Becky, or hiya groundsman or cameraman, or whoever it is. If you could drop us a like, if you've liked the video, of course, today as well, please do, helps us out massively. It's a big video put together, which, you know, it takes a long time to edit. But hopefully you have enjoyed the content with the women's this season. We haven't finished yet. We've still got a few games left of the season. But what a performance by the lasses today. They're in Shearer's Bar as we speak at the minute, celebrating. I think me and Jonny are off to celebrate as well. But from St James's Park, says everyone.